here.
Okay, so before I go into that, one thing I at least hope that we are with being the Five Wise Marks is being different. Now, when I say different in the terms of Undertaker and Goldberg, I don't want to sit here, or I don't want any of us to sit here and be like, this match was trash. LOL, they're old. They should have never have been in the ring. No. Part of that's right, part of that's wrong. We just don't want to be another mark, even though that's our title.
Yeah, that's 1/3 of our gimmick.
Right, that's a third of our gimmick. Now...
That's fine. We don't live up to the 5 or the wise part.
Yeah, that's fine.
We have never lived up to the 5 part.
That's completely fine. So, talking about Undertaker and Goldberg, being a fan of both men, maybe one more than the other, obviously the Undertaker, this match was...
As he looked at his tattoo,
yes,
he said
this
that.
match was...
For those who can't see this, he has a tattoo of the Undertaker's symbol on
my
his
bicep.
arm.
Yeah, it's gangsta.
He's flexing for
on
you,
his
pal.
24-inch python.
I'm a 4-inch, thank you.
2.4 inch.
Yes. Now, this match was bad. It wasn't the worst. Everybody, if you were to ask a regular wrestling fan, they would say this match is complete garbage, worst of 2019. No. I disagree.
I don't know. I think
disagree.
your internet fan would say that. I'm not sure if your random person who just kind of watches the TV sometimes would think that, because they're not looking at it as, oh, this guy messed up a spot here, oh, this didn't look smooth. They're looking at it as two big guys beating the hell out of each other, which is
the spectacle.
What it
did
is.
Did you hear that crowd?
The crowd loved it till the finish, which the
no,
finish
not
was,
until the finish, not until the
I mean, I think the
knockout
finish
spot.
surprised them. When the 3 count happened,
Right.
Yeah.
But I think that was dictated by the spot.
Yeah.
Right.
Goldberg smashed his head into the turnbuckle, almost certainly had a concussion. I don't know if that's been confirmed or just a rumor, but he probably did.
100%. He probably was half concussed, doing the classic headbutt the door and everything, so that probably didn't help.
Yeah.
The heat didn't help, because that's going to gas him out quicker.
Yeah.
Even Triple H said that in a post-match interview, saying it's hotter than hell out here. He's gassed, and it's imagine being 50 years old and wrestled for 30 of your 50 years and being in 100-degree heat, and it's just.
And Triple H, as a wrestler, has always had more of a ring stamina than Bill Goldberg has.
Right.
Goldberg's always been about explosive short matches.
Right.
And that's what got him over.
Yeah.
Right. Now, with the match being the way it was, it started out good. It started out the way it should, with the immediate
Car
spear.
crash.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Car crash.
Goldberg Lesnar at Mania.
Exactly, I was just about to say that.
That's exactly how
That's
it started.
what it-
That was perfect.
Exactly. That was great. That's what got the "This is awesome" chant, and then it started to slow down, and it could have picked up again. If it was an 8 to 10 minute car crash match, which I honestly believe what it should have been, and probably what it was going to be, until it was man down at the knockout spot, it would have gotten over with me.
It would have been like Lesnar Goldberg at WrestleMania.
Right.
Not
It should
not
have been
20,
the way
not
it should have
20.
been. Right. And it was just, you could literally, if you pinpoint it at that spot where Goldberg hits the turnbuckle and cuts himself on the bolt that's holding in the...
I think he bounced back.
Yeah, bounced
off the
back.
turnbuckle.
That's what got him. And that was the man down moment that changed the whole game. Now, who do we think started to notice first that something is wrong here? Do you think it was Taker or Kyoto? Or maybe Vince in the ear?
Goldberg knew something was wrong.
I think Goldberg
I'm not sure if
immediately-
anybody else did.
I think Corey Graves and Michael Cole did before everybody else did. They did a masterful job.
Yes, they did
covering
a
up
great
the
job
botches.
doing their job.
Fatigue in the heat. It's like, that's
And
good.
blood loss.
That was great.
Yeah.
That was great by Graves and Cole. I will tip my cap to that.
That was actual sports announcing rather than entertainment.
That was
Yeah.
nice to hear. Good to know that they can both do that, so props to them.
And hopefully that'll happen more in the future.
Right, definitely.
They both
is
have been fined
great.
by Vince probably for going off script.
Right. And we reach the first spot that is heavily criticized, the Tombstone Piledriver. I'm going to go first. That was not Taker's fault.
I don't think it was either guy's fault.
That was not... honestly, you're right. It wasn't either guy's fault.
I think
Goldberg didn't
know
tuck
where
his
he
chin
was.
because... Exactly. He thought he was playing for the Atlanta Falcons.
And Undertaker put him in... Because here's the thing. If Undertaker were really dumping him on his head and trying to injure him, he would have broken his neck. and he didn't.
Oh, he would have paralyzed him.
You know?
He would have literally dropped him on his way down to when he drops down to his knees, he would have literally let go of Goldberg.
Yeah.
Instead of knee drop, the ricochet back up, and then let him flop over.
I don't think that seriously injured Goldberg because it didn't seem to change it.
No.
But I got to put some blame on this entirely. Some of it's got to go to Mike Chioda. He's a ref. He's been around for how long? Since the early 90s?
Yeah, like 91, 92.
Yeah. So he's a senior ref. He is the head guy. Unless he was getting called in the ear. Let him go, let him go.
That's what I don't know is he hearing Vince in his ear saying, we can't end this match short, this was my main event. Even though,
one of them's hurt.
Chioda, Vince,
Taker.
and even Undertaker, they should have seen that he was clearly out cold. I don't know if the idea was get a little bit of heat, punch him, see if he comes back.
Yeah, give him a minute.
In 2019, with what we know about head injuries, just end the match.
Yeah.
Right.
And nobody would blame them if he did, because he just, both in real life and in kayfabe, it makes sense to end the match there, because he just smashed his head in the turnbuckle. He's bleeding profusely. Just go chokeslam, pick him up, tombstone, 1, 2, 3. Taker does his, his signature cover, tongue out, eyes in the back of his head. Boom, everybody goes home happy.
And you're covering for it because Goldberg's at his weakest point at that point.
Yeah.
He just chronicked himself.
Yeah.
Because that's not the first time he's bashed his head on that pole.
No.
But the chronic one was worse because he legit knocked himself out.
Yeah.
Right.
Lols, WCW.
And he was supposed to go over that match.
Yeah.
Because I think it was the second streak thing that the Sarge...
So that leads us to our next major spot, the Jackhammer spot, which... you can visually tell pissed off Mark.
Oh, yeah.
Pissed him off.
And I just think this is one of those things where Goldberg wasn't in enough control of his own body to be able to perform that successfully.
Exactly.
You could tell when he was did the fist in the air and
when he went,
he sounded
no
like
one
his
was
hammered.
home, man.
Literally sounded like he was
and
hammered.
You can see when he, I believe, was it the first chokeslam spot when he went to get up and he was gassed on the ropes. Nobody was home. That was the key moment.
And that was a great chokeslam.
That was. So shout out to Goldberg for being in the condition he was and selling that chokeslam. Not so much for the second part, but you literally just exerted all of your strength. You can't tell me otherwise. Goldberg used everything he got to get 309-pound Undertaker, 6'11", in the air, as good as he could, being in the condition he is. Yeah. So props to him for that. Should not have happened though.
Nope.
Should not have happened. They should have called for the go home as soon as the Snake Eyes, Spear, Undertaker gets up, does another sit up, chokeslam, tombstone, done.
Yeah.
That should have been it. 1, 2, 3. Everybody goes home happy. Maybe a little pissed off because it was short, but Goldberg's hurt. He's bleeding profusely. That's not gimmicked, pal.
Yeah.
No. That was hard way.
Yeah, that was definite hard way. But he does the jackhammer spot. It's old school to continue. Don't let it, you're getting paid a crap ton of oil money to do this.
And here's the thing.
It's a tough predicament all the way around.
Yeah. If both these guys were in their 30s, they probably could have continued the match.
Oh,
and
of course.
Probably pull it off.
Exactly.
But they're not.
Right.
This was at Mania 20.
Right. I guess young at heart, I guess, but...
it's the old school mentality. We got to get through our spots. You work hurt.
Finish the match.
Finish it out. But smart on Taker. It looked like he kind of was tucking a little bit too when he felt like he was going down and wasn't ready. So I think that kind of protected him.
Yeah.
And he kind of landed in more.
He got it on his upper shoulders, not his neck.
Yeah.
This is why I wish Maynard was here to talk about.
To say what do you do in that situation, because we can only speculate.
Maybe
I can see what I saw, and I think Undertaker was aware of it, and I think he put himself in the best position possible. But
I think the pinfall right after that jackhammer was Taker saying, "Time to go home."
We need to wrap this up.
Right.
Yeah.
And probably with a choice F word in there as well.
Right.
From what I've heard about what happened backstage, yes.
Right.
Yes.
I'm gonna actually jump into that. So we get the botched jackhammer spot. We get the botched choke slam. 1, 2, 3.
Hogan-esque choke slam.
Yes. I'm gonna point out right now. You can tell nobody was home. If you don't believe me, watch the match. Goldberg is literally holding up his leg, and Undertaker's got both of his arms to his side.
Yeah.
So there's no one home.
They're not hooking the leg, pal.
No. 1, 2, 3. I personally believe it was Taker that called for the go home and told Kyoto, "Too bad, so sad. Tell Vince to blow me."
Yeah.
And it's Undertaker gets 1, 2, 3. He sits up with the most unimpressed look on his face I've never seen before. I've watched a lot of Undertaker matches, and I am an Undertaker mark. To say the least.
That is going to be a meme and a gift for disappointment for years to come.
Exactly. Taker looks upset. Goldberg is hurt. Medicals rush to the ring. Undertaker does the urn spot, and everybody goes home.
Yeah.
We fast forward backstage. There's verbal shouting backstage. I actually don't know too much about this. I just know that there was a confrontation back there.
That's all that I've heard. It was
yes.
like a scuttlebutt.
Do you guys think it was Undertaker being like, "What the hell, man? You dropped me on my head," or was it "Why didn't you call home early, dude? Like, you're hurt"? Or was it Vince? What were you telling Kyoto to continue this? Kyoto, were you telling us to continue this? What do you guys think?
I have no way of knowing. We can only speculate. I don't blame Undertaker for being upset.
I don't blame him either.
I hope he wasn't like really. I think once he understands exactly what happened, he may not have known that Goldberg was totally out. I mean, because he was not in the same position we were watching it from. When
That's true. You do gotta take note. That's the first time the Undertaker has been in receiving end of a jackhammer, and Goldberg has been in the receiving end of a tombstone.
Yeah.
So as far as them selling it wise, neither of them don't know how to receive the other.
The closest I think Goldberg would ever been was his feud with Mongo. And that was 20 years ago.
Right, exactly.
And that is nowhere near Taker.
No.
And they've never been in the ring before, so, I mean, aside from watching tapes.
Were they in the
Royal
ring at the
Rumble?
Same time? Royal Rumble, yeah.
Right, but that's not a legitimate match.
No, it wasn't a one-on-one match.
Right, that wasn't a one-on-one
that was
match.
a spot.
So you can maybe safely say that neither of them really know how the other sells as far as signature and finisher moves.
Yeah.
As far as like the chokeslam spot and Goldberg looking gassed down the rope, so Taker could be like, okay, he's selling, he's good to go. So he doesn't really know that right there. Or if the roles were reversed and Taker took a successful spear or jackhammer, and which I mean from the start of the match you can tell how Undertaker was selling the spear after two of them right off the get go.
Yeah.
I just don't know how to put into words what I think was the argument about backstage. It doesn't seem like Undertaker to be like, "Oh, you put me in a bad position as far as the jackhammer," or "You were in no condition. Why didn't you call for the go home early?"
I think we'll probably hear more about this in the coming weeks and months. And somebody at some point from WWE that was around that general vicinity is going to get fired and shoot on it.
It might be Kyoto. I'm sorry. I think it's going to be Kyoto.
I'm hoping that this is just...
I hope not, honestly, but I think it's going to be Kyoto that's going to get the heat.
If he does, by the way, AEW just picked up a great referee.
Exactly.
Kyoto and Hebner back together.
Amen.
Yeah,
Crime not intended.
Yeah. So, to kind of wrap up this whole segment, this just made me sad.
Honestly, it did.
I'm looking at two of my childhood heroes as just... They're older. And, Father Time wins every match. And it's not...
Clean.
I don't consider this an Undertaker fault. I don't consider this a Goldberg fault.
It's not, honestly.
A Vincent Kennedy McMahon fault for changing this. Because here's the thing. You could have had Undertaker Elias, which seemed like it was the original plan.
Right.
You could have had Goldberg versus anybody. It could have been Seth Rollins. Because Seth Rollins had a throwaway match tonight.
He did.
It could have been a rematch against Brock Lesnar. That would have been fine. It could have been Kofi Kingston. It could have been AJ Styles.
Goldberg blowing through the Battle Royal.
That would have been great.
Goldberg
Hold on. Was that the original plan? Was Goldberg to go over Kofi Kingston for the WWE title?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I thought. I didn't want to be a mark there and be like, "Oh, that's what should happen." But
and here's the thing: if you wanted Lesnar to cash in, you could have had Goldberg, Kofi, and before that match ends, when both guys are down and out, boom, out comes Lesnar.
Both guys wouldn't be down and out because I think it'd be the same match as the Kevin Owens, minute and a half.
I think it would be. I think you could do some spots where like Kofi's agile enough to like wriggle out of like a jackhammer,
And maybe leapfrogs a spear at the beginning or something, but then gets caught the second time.
Well, or you could have had him take a spear, go for a jackhammer. He's just enough to wriggle out of it. He lands, trouble in paradise. They're both out. Out comes Lesnar.
Okay.
You know, and
I'm
that's
good with that.
3 minutes into the match. But then Lesnar comes down, F5s both of them, pins probably Kofi. You know, I wouldn't like that because I actually still like Kofi, but
that makes sense. I go with that.
His title reign's numbered. I mean, his days are numbered.
I think it's done by SummerSlam.
Before October,
honestly,
Brock Lesnar will have that title.
Or Goldberg.
Yeah,
I've also heard Randy Orton too. It's gonna be one of those three.
I think Lesnar has a title when October starts.
Yes,
but this just made me sad. I really want both of these guys to just retire, be happy.
Yeah, like please. They've done enough.
Does this tarnish their legacy in any sort of way at all?
I don't think so.
No, not at all.
I don't.
Undertaker has done more than just face Goldberg in a crap match at Saudi Arabia, and Goldberg has done more than face the Undertaker.
I think in 10 years this will be
Arabia.
like when Flair wrestled in TNA after his retirement match, and everyone just kind of, that's a thing that happened, but we don't really acknowledge it.
Yeah,
I think they're both at that point.
He had a fun match with Jay Lethal.
Yeah,
the street fight, that was fun.
I think they're both at that point right now.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think anybody's going to knock either one of these guys. I don't think it's going to be like, oh, well, Undertaker can't be in my all-time top 10 because of that one Saudi Arabia match. I mean,
exactly.
Everybody has duds and stinkers.
When Undertaker goes in the Hall of Fame, everybody's just going to remember all of the good moments.
The streak, the Hell in a Cell.
The Flair match.
Honestly, both of them have done way too much for one little match, or maybe 1 to 5 little matches are going to tarnish their thing. So, do we got any more final comments on this?
They're both Hall of Famers. Vince, please let them retire. Please stop going to Saudi Arabia.
One more thing I want to point out real quick. Don't mean to cut you off, big man. But
I'm going to cut you off.
I'm going to cut you off.
But
when do you realize, as WWE management, that your current talent is not either A, performance good enough, or B, booking good enough, that you still have to rely on retired wrestlers in 2019?
In 2014?
In 2010?
No, I'm saying that's when they should have realized it was 5 years ago. 10 years ago, maybe?
I think the thing is, they want to push him, but the Prince...
Yeah.
The Saudi Prince was a 90s mark, clearly.
He wants the Attitude Era guys.
Because that's what he remembers.
Okay.
I
can understand
That's why I
that.
think for Oil Money 4, it's Ric Flair, Shawn Michaels, that's the main event.
Oh, that's our go home. Oil Money 4, what's your Legends of main event? Go ahead and repeat it one more time.
Ric Flair, Shawn Michaels.
Ric Flair, Shawn Michaels.
It's going to be Warlord versus Barbarian.
Oh, don't give me a chubby like that.
Okay, I'm sorry. Warlord and Barbarian versus Demolition.
No. The Rockers.
But Jannetty is having health issues. He might not be around much longer.
Just another line will be fine.
Okay.
The kickstart my
All right, let's bring it home, pals.
Alrighty, that was our review, our take, what went wrong with the Undertaker and Goldberg at
Oil
whatever
money.
at Saudi Arabia.
Oil, blood, money.
Yeah. Continue listening to the Five Wise Marks podcast. Catch us on Anchor. We're also on Facebook and YouTube. We're also on Google Podcasts and Pocket Casts, the whole 9 yards.
Check out the fantasy booking.
Yes.
Exactly.
More to come.
Yes.
Yes.
We will catch you guys in another either fantasy booking or whatever. Stay tuned. We have no idea what's going on. All we know is that...
I don't know!
And your t-shirts are too tight too, Billy.
Peace out.